Inside the Drag Closet with Jade. Join Jade DeVere and her fabulous team of guests as they discuss all things drag, from wigs to makeup to performances and everything in between.
Join us at WLFE-DV.com for upcoming shows and more.
Hello there, kids! Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the webcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. Guess what? It is almost October. I couldn't contain myself. I decided to get a little spooky already. Ooh. Tonight we have a fun show planned. It's just me, Anastasia, and Skarlet. We're going to entertain you until midnight. We're going to have a good time. We're going to play some trivia. We're going to answer some questions. But I have to answer three very important questions first, and they are who, what, where. Who am I? I am Jade DeVere, the host of Inside the Drag Closet on WLFE-DB Radio. We are here every Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, but wait. That will be changing soon, kids. We are going to be moving to a new time in the end of October. We will start the show at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe that show where we make the big old change is going to be October 21st. So stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. What am I wearing? You know, I showed it off already. Ooh, spooky. Okay, I found it at the Halloween store. I have no regrets about it. I saw this hanging up and I thought it was cute. My hair, you know, it's a nice little... Okay, it's Sombra from Overwatch. I saw it. I loved it. I've never played Overwatch, but, you know, I love the hair. My face is a lovely blend of Juvia's Place and the lip bar. My lips are a lovely... I don't even know what this was. My lips are dark tonight because I don't know who made the lipstick. It was a knockoff of another product, so why not? And where can you find me? Well, you can find me every Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet on WLFE-DB Radio. And on October 10th, you will find me as the MC of the Equality, or the Regent of Equality Fest pageant. They wanted to come up with a drag pageant, but they couldn't figure out, did they want it to be a Mr. and Miss title? But there's so many performers now who don't identify as either. So I said, Regent. It's a proper title and it's non-binary. So we're going to be crowning a Regent of Equality Fest, and it's all going to be done online. So you can watch on Facebook Live. Just follow the Rainbow Rose Center in York and you will find all the information there. We already have a lot of fun comments. Robin and Vicky having a good time. Daniel Jackson, oh, highlight of your week. Thank you. We do what we can. We want to keep it fun. We want to keep everything light and airy and just give everybody a good time. Speaking of a good time, I want to bring out my girls for the evening. I'm just going to bring them both out. We're just going to throw a lot of information at you right away. So kids, let's welcome Skarlet and Anastasia.
Hello.
Hey girls.
Hey girl, what's poppin'?
Not much. What you doing?
Girl, you got a piece of hair out your face, mama.
Oh yeah, I got this hair. She is out of line, girl. Get in line.
As Miss Seeley said on The Color Purple, beat her.
So Skarlet, give us a little who, what, where.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm Skarlet Overkill. I am a real woman, as you can tell. I am, yeah, I know it's a lot to take in the first time you see it all, but you'll get used to it.
That's what he said.
So what am I wearing? My dress. I just got this Fashion Nova, little like zebra print. Ooh. My wig is Amazon, just a little zhuzhed up by me. And who, what, where can you find me? Well, Wednesday nights Inside the Drag Closet. I actually have 2 gigs in October. So the 10th, I will be in Mount Holly Springs for the LGBTQ Fall Festival. It's basically Mount Holly's Pride. It's 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. So I'll be there doing 3 numbers and in between, mingling with the crowd safely, that is. And then October 16th, the day after my birthday, I'm doing my birthday show / our next Fahrenheit Heat show up at Heat in Wilkes-Barre. So I'll be there with Miss Desiree Couture. I cannot wait. Haven't seen her since before lockdown. So we will be there at 11 p.m. on that night. So if you can come to either one of those shows, please come check us out. Throw us some money because we're poor being in lockdown. So, yeah.
Now, Anastasia, give us some who, what, where.
Yes, very quickly. I have missed, as you said, Desiree. It's been a minute. I think the last time I saw her was at the Heat show that I performed at pre-COVID.
Yeah, the 3 of us.
I said the bad word. Also, I want to comment. Did you get a new breastplate, honey?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I did. She upgraded.
They look so good.
Thank you. My doctor does good work. I'll give you his card.
Where'd you get them from?
His name is Hector, and he does great work.
Fabulous.
Actually, I got these on Amazon. Breast by Amazon.
Girl, I got a breast reduction. I just keep mine over here on the side of the screen over here. I just keep them for later. Just for fun times. Yes, but my name is Anastasia Diamond. That is who I am. I'm located in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, and I am not going to leave Pennsylvania like some of the RuPaul's Drag Race queens like to do, to rush over to Philadelphia or New York to get famous. I'm gonna sit right here in my bedroom and do my good old thing. What am I wearing? I'm wearing some lovely hair by Miss Gigi Monroe, as well as some earrings by Miss Lolly Cox, as well as a ring from Miss Lolly Cox. Rocks by Cox.
I don't have the logo on here anymore.
Oh no, what are we doing? And then as well as that, I have a mix of different paints on my face, from Juvia's Place to Kat Von D to Ben Nye, as well as Black Opal. And the dress that I'm wearing is a lovely little piece I snatched from my mother's room whenever I was a wee little baby drag queen. And I never perform in it because it's just not really costumey enough for me. I like to have things looking like popping and shaking and shimmering and fantastic. But it's absolutely lovely. It's gorgeous. And I have loved it since I picked it out of her closet. Literally snatched it and ran.
I love
can
that.
You find me? You can find me on Instagram at Anastasia Diamond 95, as well as on the street corner here and there.
She got to make money somehow.
Yes, she does.
Hello.
We got a great comment right here from Patricia Williams, loving that redheaded beauty. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to do a little bit of red. Red is very sultry. And I went with a little bit more of a natural look. Normally I come in and I'm coming in with bursts of colors, but someone told me last week that whenever I came in with my bright yellow hair and bright eyes and all that kind of stuff, they couldn't go to sleep that night. So I decided to
Are you sure that comment wasn't meant for me?
I know, honey. I'm looking at I love that hair, though. I mean, you always look great in neons. I love the neons on you.
Thank you.
Yes.
We have some other comments. Nicole Pierschbacher, Herbert. Hello, Jade, Skarlet, and Anastasia. What else we got here? Ooh, from Jason Cross. Hola.
Hola.
Long time no see, girl.
Right.
Comment from Gabby Dixon. Rocks by Cox. Lolly's never going to talk to any of us again, or she's going to give us a sponsorship. I don't know what's going to happen.
Eeny, and miny, mo. Let's talk about it.
Exactly. We did get a good question from Gabby, though. Where does everyone buy their Ben Nye products from?
Ooh.
Anastasia?
Good old eBay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice and cheap there.
I have a few Ben Nye products, and I usually get them on Amazon. Yeah.
Same. I use Ben Nye powder that I've mixed with Coty Airspun.
Oh.
Yeah, I was running out of both, so I put them all in one thing, shook it all together. I was like, ooh, look at this though.
I never thought of that. Like I use the Coty Airspun, but I mix like the translucent and the natural together. But interesting.
It gives this nice it's a good highlighter. I highlight my whole face because this is the meal ticket.
Oh.
I'm starving. But yeah, I was like, okay, I don't have enough to use a lot of this. Now, if I'm doing like, I didn't do a lot of whites on my face tonight. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use nice blended colors, but instead I can just, do other stuff. What else do we have here? Jason Cross, the bigger the hair, the closer to God you are.
Yes.
You already know.
Understated.
I need something to get me into heaven.
Yeah. Here's a good question from Daniel Jackson. Do you ever throw out old makeup? Skarlet?
On the spot. Okay.
Welcome.
Old?
That's a good. I don't really. I'm guilty of that. Don't hate me. I just feel so I've read about it, and obviously from starting drag until now, learning makeup and how it works and how you can change your face and all that. So I know that like makeup products have the little the little circle with the lid on the back and how many months it's good for. So I know like after so many months, it's from opening, it's no longer good or whatever. But I've also read multiple things that say, well, if you keep using it, as long as you don't have any like breakouts or reactions, use it till it's gone. So that's kind of what I do.
Nice. Anastasia?
Girl, there's no such thing as an old makeup product. Makeup does not expire. As long as it don't break you out, baby, you are good. Don't be throwing away. Stop throwing away your good mascaras. Stop throwing away your good eyeshadows. You can always use a good eyeshadow, whether it's 10 years old or 2 years old. They don't expire.
One thing I've noticed with cream sticks, and one thing I used to be really guilty of, when they come in a tube like this, there's always some left in the bottom of it. What I've started doing is I will take a knife and scoop the rest of it out, and don't want to drop my water on my laptop.
Girl.
I'll scoop it into a little dish like this, toss it in the microwave, let it melt. There you go.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
I don't do all that. See, since I learned about, we have a fabulous performer in Central PA. Her name is Poison. And since I learned that Poison puts her makeup on with knives, whenever I'm down to like the little crusty little bits of my creams, I get in there with a good old knife and I just apply it right onto my face, directly onto my face with a knife.
Yep.
It's a spatula, but yeah.
Yeah. I love Poison. She will text me at the weirdest times, the dumbest shit, and it always just cracks me up. I'm like, oh, that's not someone's anus over a baby. It's some bald guy. Like, calm down. You've all seen the picture on the internet. Like,
yes.
I mean,
we're talking about crazy images. I have my so I work in a very weird field. Well, not a weird field, but I work in a field that a lot of people don't want to talk about. So it's STIs and HIV. And so I went up to one of the nurses today to talk to her about one of my clients, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Before you say anything, do you know what a fleshlight is?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl. What? You didn't? It's a pocket pussy. It's a pocket pussy." And she was like, "I did not know what it was, and the certified nurse didn't know what it was. Oh my gosh, how long have these been a thing?" And I was like, "Well, you know that they have rubber asses too, and rubber vaginas." She said, "What?" I was like, "Y'all work in the field of STIs and HIV, and y'all don't know this shit?"
Anything
so
like
then I had to go and get her. I had to go and get her an image because I just talking about crazy images that you see. I saw this image on Facebook, and it was a fleshlight, but it was a fleshlight in the shape of Mater from Cars.
No. No.
Yes, yes. And the hole had his teeth, like his butt teeth in it. It was. I'll have to send it to you. It was.
I'm good.
Why?
Like, I know they make weird one. Like, they make an alien one from Avatar.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say they're great.
Oh my!
Leave me alone.
Lord, fix it, Jesus. But they make so many cool sex toys out there, and it's such a great business. And now there are some things out there that I personally, and I don't know if we want to get into all this, but I do. So
We have no topic tonight, kids. Game on.
yes, thank God. But
it's just like, of course, nurse. I know what a fleshlight is. I have like 12 of them. Shows a picture of the dresser.
She asked me. She was like, "Do you have a flashlight?" I was like, "I'm not going to tell you my personal business. I don't have one. No, I don't have one flashlight."
Yeah,
girl. But there are some toys out there that are a little scary. Like they are talking about alien things. They have like dragon dildos. And the dragon dildos are like that, like they're huge. They're like that big around. And people like insert those into both their anuses and vaginas. And they fit the whole thing inside of them.
And this is the show we're having tonight.
Girl, well,
I don't know what sites y'all are on, but like if I'm looking on Amazon or something for toys, let's put it that way. I mean, sure, there's big girths and big lengths, but I've never seen a dragon-shaped dildo. What?
And you have not truly lived.
Exactly.
Well,
have you seen the video of the guy stuffing a Coke bottle up his behind?
No.
I'm good.
It's a 2-liter bottle too. 2 liter.
I'm not here to yuck someone's yum. However, sitting unfettered once in a while.
All I gotta say is take the advice of Miss Harpy Daniels, put a little granulated sugar on that.
I can't.
I say, we'll speak after the show about the toys that I have. We'll speak after the show. Okay.
Ooh, Jesus.
Girl.
Rocks my cocks.
Yes.
Lolly, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
We do have some fabulous. Well,
I'm scared.
Some statements. From Future Weaver, love Anastasia. I know her heart.
Hey, girl.
Amber Tusho. Hey, Foxy ladies. Hey.
That's from YouTube.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been tweaking with StreamYard a little bit. Is that really
tweaking?
It makes sense to me.
I've had a long week. Okay. No, I've been fussing with StreamYard a little bit. It's not streaming directly on my Facebook anymore because I couldn't see any of those questions coming in. So I'm from now on. So hopefully we get everybody's questions. I do apologize to anybody who's been asking questions on my Facebook because clearly I don't know what I'm doing.
She tweets with it, and so now she's an IT specialist.
Exactly. Now I know all the things. Speaking of fleshlights, Jason Cross, I have a few for sale.
Okay.
Just go to www.layinthepipe.com.
Is he sponsoring?
We have a sponsor. Hello?
I mean, hell, why not? No toys on the show. No show the toys now, Skarlet. No, we're not doing that show. No.
Does this count if I just like do this? Does this count?
Oh.
Okay, that counts.
Well.
Yep. Patricia Williams. I'm old, but seemingly I've been very sheltered. No, you have not.
No.
You're going to the wrong site, sis.
Right?
Right.
Oh
Get
my
a Twitter.
God.
Get a Twitter. You'll see everything there.
Yes, you will.
Oh, so anybody watch the TV lately?
Oh.
Girl.
Anything new and exciting going on?
Girl. Will you shut up, man?
Oh, thank you. There we go. Teachers should get paid more.
Oh my gosh, yes. Girl.
Anyway,
Well,
so we're not going to
it's
get
so
political
sad.
tonight. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's so sad. It really is. Like this is the state of the world. Like, Dan, can I get up there? I think anybody can get up there and be like, I think I might do a better job than either of these candidates.
I mean, exactly. Not getting political, but girl, I mean, after seeing what I saw, I think I could put my dog in office at this point. I mean, come on.
I just I know they've had to change the rules for debates going forward. My biggest issue is there were only 2 people on that stage. There are other candidates. Do they have a chance? I don't know. But not showcasing them at all did them a disservice.
Yeah.
Granted, did it. Like, it was just bad.
Mhm.
I could only watch a couple minutes. I was like, nope.
I think the only thing that I really pulled from that is that I need to work on my level of patience, because Chris Wallace is a national treasure. He's not really a national treasure because, but his patience level, wow. If I would have been there for like you said, 2 seconds, I was like, shut the fuck. I mean, whoop. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys are running for president. Sorry. Oh my God.
But still, it was awkward to watch. It was uncomfortable. You know, we all feel bad when we talk all over each other on this show because that's hard enough.
I know. I'm just trying to finish the sentence, and Anastasia won't shut up, man.
Girl, Skarlet, don't come for me because you know you stupid. You were the lowest in your class, and you did da 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 da. Do we have your? Can we get my report cards real quick? Wait a minute. Jesus Christ! I could never imagine calling anyone stupid.
Right?
Just
It was bullying. It was just bullying. It was not cute. Yeah. So, on a positive note, hopefully we all learned from that, and we're all better people for it.
Okay.
And if not, fuck off.
Well, and you know what? That kind of gets into another topic. You know, you say bullying, and I was recently reached out to. I think that we might have all been reached out to by someone who we all know and love. And you know, they're a bit older, and even though they have lived life, they're very wise. They've had experiences. They're still experiencing bullying in their 50s and their 60s. You know, and so bullying is so real. It is an issue that can, you know, it can wreak irreparable, if I can say it, irreparable damage. I had a stroke, but don't talk.
Oh, permanent damage.
Yes. To the psyche. It's sad.
Exactly. And, you know, I'm sure I'm going to speak for myself. I was bullied my whole life. I feel like I'm stronger for it, but I wouldn't wish it on anybody else. You know, I've talked on the show before. When I was in high school, I was bullied constantly. My life was threatened. And my grandmother went into the school, and the vice principal who handled it told her I was the one with the problem, because I'm bringing this upon myself. And I'm like, doing what? Like, I didn't get it.
I'm existing. I'm here. I'm just living.
Yeah.
And I deserve it. Well, and that's kind of the other thing. You know, and Skarlet, if you want to jump, I'm not sure. I don't want to just step over you. But there was that article that came out maybe 2 years ago or so, 2 or 3 years ago, I want to say, with about RuPaul's Drag Race queens, and the idea of the complex of all drag queens get bullied in high school or something like that. I'm not sure if you guys were able to review that article, but it was, I believe it was talking about maybe like Widow Von Du, and I think it was that season. And basically the person was like, these drag queens, I understand they have their stories, but I get tired of hearing all the time the fact that these drag queens got bullied in school. And this is a queer person who's writing this article for a queer station, a queer publicist, basically. And so it's like, wait a minute, hold on, let's back up really quickly. Let's back up. How are we at the point where we now have queer people bullying other queer people for their childhood adverse experiences of bullying and trauma, and telling them they need to suck it up and get over it? What?
Yeah.
Especially, and so basically the biggest thing was that he was upset because it makes it seem, he, in his mind, I guess, it makes him feel that all queer people are bullied when they're younger. Well, we all know that's not true. But the thing is, if you have a pool of people, queer people in general, LGBTQIA+, who are in the minority, they're going to get bullied, they're going to be discriminated against, etc. But then you're obviously going to have different levels of that. So there are going to be some queer people who are who can fit in or pass, and there's going to be other queer people who are like us, who are very flamboyant, who like to, who are, you know, just themselves and beautifully themselves, who are going to be get bullied even more. Yeah. So don't you think that a show that focuses on flamboyant queer people is going to have an even larger pool of queer people who have been bullied because of their queerness from a world that is very heteronormative?
That just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
Like, don't bitch about it. Or if you're going to bitch about it, don't write the article and give the article to somebody else who's going to take it seriously.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, how can you, as someone who didn't experience that, tell someone else how they should feel about what they experienced? That's the whole part of it. I know for myself, I mean, I knew probably since I was like in elementary school that I was gay. I knew, you know, I got bullied through middle school and high school. It wasn't because I was gay, because in middle school it was because I was overweight. And then come high school, you know, I knew 2 or 3 kids that were older than me in high school that were out. And I went to a very, you know, redneck country people, etc. high school. And so they were constantly bullied. And I'm like, well, I know that I'm gay, but I see what they're going through. I'm not going to expose myself and go through that. So it's like, so I just stayed in the closet. But it was like, you know, I went through middle school being bullied for being overweight. And then all of a sudden I went into high school, which that bullying continued, led me to having an eating disorder because I was being bullied for my weight. And then here I am going to therapy and stuff because my mom was worried about me. And it's just like, it's a spiral. So it's like, you know, I feel like that kind of relates to, you know, what you said about being bullied for being gay. Granted, I knew I was gay, but I wasn't out, but I was still being bullied for something different. So if you've never been in those shoes before, you can't sit there and judge someone for how they're reacting, how they're feeling to a situation that they're in when you never experienced that.
Well, I think the thing is, you know, even though, and for the majority of folks who are queer, they don't have that ability to really hide the fact they're queer. So you can be in the closet as much as you want. I was in the closet until I was a senior in high school, and after I secured the spot as homecoming king. But you know, I was gay. I had been gay since elementary school. Whenever the rest of the boys were over there playing kickball, and I was sitting over here on the swings, swinging with the girls, watching the boys play kickball. Yeah. The hell? Like, we all knew. Yeah. But I mean, and it's you're not gay. You're just different. Yeah. Or you're unique. And either way, you're going to be treated differently because that maybe not bullied, but treated differently.
That segues beautifully into, we were going to do our commercial now, but we're going to do that a little bit later because I want to get to this question while we're on the topic from Deidre Weaver. I work with 3 to 5 year olds and I have a little boy who is very gender fluid. Do you have any advice for me to help the other children understand? I'm a social worker, but work as a Head Start teacher, and I don't know how to address it to the other children to help the little boy out because they bully him sometimes for it.
Oh,
Skarlet?
I mean, ooh, gosh, this is hard to like talk about because it's just such a. I mean, where do I even start? I don't even know where to start. Like,
yeah,
it's difficult. It really is.
It is. Like, I'm in. Well, it might not be gender related. It's more so disability related. I do work in healthcare and I do work home health, and I currently work taking care of a teenager who is autistic, and he's also nonverbal. So I can't communicate with him. I can't have a conversation with him because he can't speak. And so there's so many challenges that come around it. And it's just, so I'm looking at it at the extent of like, people looking at him and seeing like, well, why is he acting like that? Why can't he tell? You know what I mean? And it's just, you have to explain to people like, this is just the way some people are. They're born this way. This is who they are. And you just kind of have to explain that to some people. Some people aren't going to understand it or agree with it. But it's just, as a teacher, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes and thinking of like me as a healthcare worker. It's kind of almost the same. You're there to, work for and protect and take care of that child. So I'm thankful for her and what she's doing, but like, you just kind of have to try her best to explain to the other kids that this is how this kid wants to live their life. This is how they are. This is how they identify. You just need to accept them. Everyone's different. We're not all the same, but our differences are what make us come together as one.
So
luckily, go ahead, Anastasia.
Well, I think that it's difficult because for DJ, for you, and I assume and I hope that the other teachers who are at Head Start are able to, who are affirming and that child's want to be non-binary and gender fluid, excuse me. And so really, I think it all starts with making sure that the system that child is living in is okay for him to be okay for them to be who they want to be. Because if the teachers are not affirming their gender, that's going to be a problem. If the administrative staff are not affirming their gender, that's going to be a problem. So, and it's going to be a problem because kids, as you know, as a social worker, and through studies like the Bandura study and the Bobo doll study, we know that kids learn from observation. So if they see other adults treating this kid using terms like they or them or gender neutral terms, those kids will then pick those up. I think the hardest thing is because I have a 4-year-old sister and I do drag. And so I identify as genderqueer. It's really too much for, it's not too much, but for her box, she has boy, girl. It's very heteronormative. And that's because that's the kind of world that we live in. But I think the most important thing that you can do is every day from now until the end of the year, start every class with, hi everyone, we're going to say our pronoun, we're going to say our names today and our pronouns or what we're feeling like. Are we feeling more like a boy today? Or are we feeling more like a girl? Or are we kind of just feeling like nothing today? And that can really normalize pronouns and gender within the classroom. Now I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know right now, you may get some backlash from parents for doing that. But we have to do what we have to do to protect the health and well-being of our youth and affirming those identities. Because either way, this kid might. And also, I would really want. I would want to touch base with the parents to make sure that they're aware. I mean, they probably are, and they probably are very affirming. But just making sure that the parents are on the same level, the kids on the same level, as much as he can, but as well as that, the other teachers and administrative professionals there as well. Because if they're on the same level, the kids will get on that level as well, no matter what.
That's perfect. And it's a lot about learning. There are some fantastic books out there, like Pink is for Boys. There's a lot of them now. So just look up some books. Kids' books are the best. And again, it does go hand in hand with what are you allowed to use at the school? What are you not? But you want to give that child the best experience they can get. And like I said before, I wouldn't wish being bullied on anyone.
No.
And even if they do start getting bullied, if you're a good support for them, they'll remember you more than the bully.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious, are you able to, like, I know that within my community, we were having things at the library. We were going to have, we were planning, and then COVID. A drag queen story hour. That might be beneficial. I don't know if that's feasible as we move into winter right now, but maybe in the spring you guys can sit outside and have a drag queen story hour, or a drag queen we can have drag queens of all different types with beards, with hair that's crazy. Of course, we want to make sure that it's very appropriate for the age group, but having drag queens come in and read those kind of stories to the youth, that may be beneficial as well, because they'll hear the voice of a drag queen that might be deep, might be high, and they'll see a beautiful woman like me, and their little minds will explode, and it'll help them understand that there's more than just boy, girl. Potentially.
Drag Story Hour, Anastasia, Skarlet and I got to do one. That was last year already. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It was so much fun, though. We had such a good time. Those kids were adorable. And there were...
The parents were amazing. I had no idea what to... I mean, sure, we all do prides, and I, being former pride title holders, like doing that, and like people come up to you, want to take pictures, and they see you performing, and stuff like that. And so pride's just a whole different world than story hour. So when I was asked to do this, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, what do I like? It was just different for me, because most people who know me, know sometimes some of the things I do are a little more comedy and vulgar related. So I'm like, how can I relate to the kids? And so I just kind of like put myself in like, what would they like? What would interest them? And I did it. And even though like I had some reservations, going there and seeing not only kids, but their parents being like, oh my God, drag queens, they're reading books to us, and how much they loved it. It just like automatically took me out of that feeling. It put me in this comfort zone where I'm like, well, they are all loving us, so let's just give them what they want. And like Jade said, it was so much fun. The kids loved us.
Yeah.
Even we had a drag queen story hour with the LGBT Center of Central PA, which, talking about bullying, they just got their whole building vandalized by right-wing terrorists, domestic terrorists. The Glow Center as well, but they got it all cleaned up. They said they left their name, so it's very exciting that they already know who the culprits are, and it just goes to show bullies always get theirs. But we had a drag queen story hour there, and it was so much fun. We blew bubbles. We had music playing. We had like several books, and it was just so awesome to see, like you said, see those families, see those kids just there to support drag. It was so special.
Yeah. I wish... Hey, everybody out there. How would you like a Inside the Drag Closet special Storytime edition someday?
Good.
I think we should do that. We'll do like a daytime live stream someday that we all have a day off, around 2025. But yeah, we'll start the wheels turning on that. Let's see what we can put together.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun. We do have a couple other questions. We're going to get to some of them. I did want to point out that Daniel Jackson posted www.parents.com/kids/how-to-talk-to-kids-about-gender. That's for everybody who's listening and not watching live. But yes,
Yeah.
great resource. We also, I have to point this out. Entity from Dead City Collective says, "You're all souls to me. I don't judge."
Oh, thank you. Can I
If
become part of the collective?
If anybody's never seen Dead City Collective, they are spooky, spooky, spooky. I got to interview Entity months ago, and it was such a fun experience. And I'm so glad you watched this show.
Yes.
But we are going to take a momentary break.
Blake?
Words?
Ooh.
Words?
Is there a Blake here? You know Blakes are always the most attractive boys.
Ooh, yeah, they are. Hi,
Hi,
Blake.
Blake. Stupid. All right, we're going to have a commercial break and we'll be right back, kids.
WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.
Alrighty, we are back, kids.
Hello.
Got to see a nice preview of a lot of our shows here on WLFE-DB Radio. We did get a couple other questions. This is kind of a two-parter. So from Amber Dashow, what do you think about the age in which you notice you're gay? And she goes on to say, like, if they are gay in third grade, like, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't know your feelings yet. You're too young. You're not in that brain stage yet. I think gender identity at that age is something you start feeling. You can start noticing, a certain gender or not, but I think it comes down more to your gender identity starts forming when you're younger. But again, that might change later as well. I know several trans women who transitioned very late in life, in their 50s and 60s. So it's different for everybody.
So yeah, that's really the biggest thing, the biggest pull away that we have to always remember. Please don't deny a child who tells you that they like little boys and they're a boy and they're in second grade. Because they're sitting there at 6, 7 years old at that point in time. And my little sister, who is 4 years old, thinks that I have a picture of my one friend Peyton on my screen, on my phone, the wallpaper. And she looked at me and she was like looking at the picture and she says, do you ever just look at somebody and know you're gonna marry them? And I was like, girl, what the hell? So they know. When they know what they like or who they are or what they're feeling, it's real. Don't deny people. Third grade is a very normal age. people have little boyfriends and girlfriends at age like 3 and 4 now. So don't, and that's the other thing. We need to be teaching people about their gender and sexuality, number one, at early ages, as well as we need to be teaching comprehensive sexual education at early ages as well. I had a conversation with a gentleman at my previous job where I was trying to give information about STIs, HIV, condom usage, etc. to his daughter, and he was like, "No, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that." And I was like, "Well, how old is she?" And he was like, "She's 14. She doesn't need that stuff." And I was like, "She needs that stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh well, you know." He was like, "She's too young. She's too." And I was like, "Well, how young did you have her?" And he said, "I was 10." Well, sir, look. So kids are having babies very, very young nowadays. 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. We need to be teaching our youth about being safe, because childhood pregnancy is real, as well as other STIs and HIV.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
I'm just going to comment, like, first off of what Jade said, then Anastasia, what you said. But for Jade, like, you know, what you like and who you are. I knew in elementary school that I like boys. I moved to the elementary school I went to in 3rd grade, so I was a new kid, quote unquote, and I didn't have any friends. And all my friends that I made within the first month of going to school there were all girls. I loved hanging around them, being around them. But when we were at recess together, we were just playing, but it was like watching the boys at kickball. You know what I mean? It was very much that. So I knew that I liked boys and girls were just going to be friends. But it wasn't until after I graduated high school, and even so I started doing drag, that I realized, you know, I graduated high school, I came out as gay. And then I was like, well, what, you know, it was very, what kind of gay am I? You know, because sometimes we get that in the community, you know, you probably both have experienced it. Like, if you're the femme gay, like, other gays pick on you. They are to you because you're feminine. And so I was so much like, oh, well, I have to butch it up, because if not, I'm not going to find a man. You know, I did that for so long. And then finally I found Jeremy, who was like, I don't care what you do at your life, I'm going to support you. And then that just gave me the keys to the gate to be like, wow, yes, I can be feminine, I can be masculine, I can do drag, I can do whatever I want. And it doesn't matter. I'm doing what I love to do, you know? So it's very much that. And then, you know, Anastasia, going off of what you said, you know, it's important to know, like, you know, if you're going to be having sex and being sexually active like that, know your statuses and be protective. You know, I just last week was tested. I go every 3 months to do it. And just this week, actually I have to go tomorrow to the pharmacy, and I started PrEP. So, you know, again, it's, you know, taking care of myself and, you know, being aware and making sure that I don't get something and or I don't give something to somebody. Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's easy. It's very easy. And, you know, medical assistance is very much so out there, and it covers PrEP. So if you say that you're working part-time, and you're like, because, you know, a lot of us gays work part-time at Starbucks or at a Foot Locker or something like that. But, you know, you can be working part-time and get Medicaid and get PrEP. And that way you can be protected while you're going away to Mykonos, while you're going away to
really well.
when you go to Fire Island, and be safe. So protect yourself and protect your community.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly. We do have a couple fun statements that I want to read for everybody. First, from Sharon Brown. I am the mother of a gay daughter. You never let anyone change your feelings about you. My daughter is my heart, and I'm a proud mother of her. You are our future. Don't stop being you. The closet is no place for anyone.
Yes.
You are a good mom, Sharon.
Yes. Yes.
Fun comment from my dear husband. My first gay kiss was in 1st grade, and it took me years to understand what that really was and meant, but that is a fact.
Yes.
It's, how dare he never tell me no. You know what's really funny about that though? Like we're talking about, kids coming out young. When I was in kindergarten, I had a marriage on the playground with a little girl named Melanie, and we were determined we were going to be together forever.
Yes.
And then she moved.
How dare her do that?
I know.
Did you get half of her assets or what? Like
I got nothing.
And that reminds me too, whenever I was in preschool, I had a crush on this one little boy, but I, didn't know it was a crush. So I really wanted to be like him. So I was like, I like him. And so I want to get my ear. I never thought I'd get my ear pierced before, but I got my ear pierced for him. And then we went to our separate elementary schools and I never saw him again. So
and Anastasia's like, I got my ear pierced for you and you left me behind.
It's funny you mentioned that though, because like a lot of the guys I dated when I was younger, there was something about them that I was like, ooh, I want to be that. Yeah. And it started off as kind of like a hero worship almost. And then I was like, oh, no. I want to do more with that. Which is funny because I am not my type. Anybody who knows my husband knows that.
Girl.
Yeah.
If I saw a beauty like this.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what Jade's saying. Like I mean, my friends are mostly like that. Obviously, I'm friends with the two of you and many other queens. But if a feminine drag queen try to date me, that's no. Like I have to be the queen in the relationship. What? Sorry, I have to be the queen. There's no room in my castle for two queens. Bow down.
It's funny. Chatting with my therapist, Andrea Jones Counseling. She's amazing. She says, she counsels a lot of LGBT couples. And she was like, usually there is that dichotomy of someone being a little more stereotypically masculine, but we balance it because he has a masculine trait in, I have the feminine trait, but it's not always. Sometimes I've got the masculine trait and he has the feminine trait. So we're a good balance for each other.
All I want to know is who kills the bugs?
Who what?
Who kills the bugs in the home?
Oh, if there's a spider in the house, he's a girl about it. He's like, oh.
Word.
It's neither for Jeremy and I. Either one of us if Jeremy sees a bug, I'll try to kill it. But if I see that he sees it, I'll be like, don't you dare. I pick them up and put them outside.
Ew, no. Squat.
Girls, spiders are so helpful. Don't kill them. They'll eat all the other bugs, like flies that are annoying as shit.
You know what? I've been wanting to write what do they call those? I wanted to write a dissertation about how flies are like annoying roommates.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you didn't pay for these groceries. Get the fuck off my food.
Get out!
Now get out!
It's in the works. It's in the works. But I'll be publishing it in about 3 years.
There's a meme going around that it's like, did you ever stop to think that the spider just thinks you're its roommate? Hi, how you doing? Welcome home, splat. Rude. I ate all the bugs for you today.
Oh.
Yep, you're never going to kill a spider again. Thank you.
Never. They bite me too much.
I agree. I'm the same way. I don't. Well, some of them are weird looking. I don't kill spiders. I pick them up and put them outside.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm like, how did you get in here in the first place? First of all, that's what I want to know.
They have their ways.
Did you get a key?
Look, I can't even get a duplicate key. What the hell?
I leave for an hour to go to the grocery store, and you are out here making duplicates for all your babies. Like, what?
Oh,
shenanigans. We have a lot of fun comments, but I have fun. So I used to have my YouTube series, Just Ask Jade. You can still find it on YouTube, but I haven't gotten a lot of questions in quite some time. You know, I started this show, my attention's been taken in a different direction, but I still have some questions I never got to answer.
Ooh.
So do you girls want to answer some questions?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, the first question I have, what is your favorite song to perform to? Scarlet?
All of them. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Nice vague answer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I mean, if I just the first one that just popped in my head, I'm just gonna say that. Britney Spears Circus. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anastasia?
I have this mix that is it's both Lizzo and it goes from In Love by Lizzo into Tempo. And I love that mix. I have this cute little outfit that I wear that is a reveal outfit.
Yeah.
That is my go-to mix. If I had a mix to go to, that'll be that.
I love that. I've talked about it before. I have this mix of Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music. It's stupid. It's shenanigans. I love everything about it. And I found it on YouTube. So.
Girl, I thought you were going to say Toad Chandelier.
Say what?
I thought you were going to say the Toad mix of Chandelier.
Listen, Toad Sings Chandelier is amazing. You find it on YouTube. The channel is called Melancholia. I have no regrets about performing Toad Singing Chandelier. After this show's over, everybody out there, go out and find it. But I'm warning you, you're going to regret it.
You will.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got another good comment. Daniel Jackson, Cher, Dark Lady, or Pam Tillis, Queen of Denial.
Ooh.
Dark Lady, yes.
I was doing a gig up at Heat in Wilkes-Barre, and the DJ played this wonderful mix of Dark Lady. I was like, that. I need to Spotify that, or Spotify. I need to Shazam that right now. And I was like, ooh, I need this. So I love performing it. It's one of my like gothy numbers.
Ooh.
Yes.
So much fun. All right, next question. Let's see. How is it juggling your drag and your personal life? I know you're married and I know your husband is very supportive, but there are times you just have to step back from drag and spend life together. Anastasia?
Well, the only thing I'm really good at juggling is balls in my mouth. So it's hard. Like, JK!
I respect you.
No, but juggling career and drag, it does get difficult sometimes. You know, whenever you have a meeting until 6:30 at night, but you have to rush home to do your makeup, and then you live an hour away from the gig. Like it gets rough, and that might be particular for me, just because Harrisburg is where it's at. Most often with drag, unless you're going all the way up to Heat, and then it's a 2.5 hour drive for me. So it does get difficult.
You forgot your boobs.
Huh?
I said, you're the one who forgot your boobs.
I was so livid. I drove all the way up, halfway up, up to Harrisburg, and I was like, I have this costume that has these humongous cone breasts, and it was like, I was like, I got everything. I was going through the checklist in my head. I was, No. Looked in the back of my car while I'm driving. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, this is not happening. I forgot the most important part of that costume, which is the humongous breasts. I was like, Derek, I'm so sorry. I had to turn around and go home. It was such a mess.
Yeah.
How about you, Scarlet?
I mean, you say juggling, I say teabagging. My husband likes both. So With that being said, it's totally not hard at all. Unless I make it hard. I'm kidding. I'm
What the
kidding.
fuck is wrong with you?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Red wine is what's wrong with me.
Oh, nice.
Girl.
Anywho, but no, yeah. Right now, it's not too bad. Like I remember, what should I say? 2019. Basically, in 2019, I was, working. It was our first full year in our house that we bought. So we were both working full time. I was doing drag full time. Trying to pay the bills. Figure out well, now we're homeowners, so we need to make sure we don't fall behind on our mortgage and all that stuff. So 2019 was very hard because of trying to figure out being homeowners and working full time, doing drag full time, and all that. And then 2020 came, and well, actually, it was technically October of last year. But Jeremy was able to get a new job and make more money, and I was able to go part time with my work, and then still stay full time on drag. So last year was very rough. This year wasn't well until Corona happened. It wasn't too bad because then I was only working part time and then doing drag full time, and so that kind of helped me. But yeah, I know it's like to literally work 40 hours a week and do 4 gigs a week. Girl, I'm tired. I need a nap. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you add volunteer work on top of that, it's just
yeah,
grace. And sometimes for you, Skarlet, that volunteer work would be in drag.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, I'm hoping come next year things kind of go back to some kind of normal because now that I'm working part time and doing drag, mostly doing drag, I have free time. But I said to Jeremy, I would love to, you all know, I've had this discussion with you, and our dogs are all rescues. I'm very much I'd love to volunteer at the Humane Society and do things like that. But last year, Jeremy was you're already working and doing drag full time. You want to add volunteering in the Humane Society? Are you ever going to sleep? And so it was very much that. But I don't know. I just have a heart for animals. I just do.
Exactly. It's so hard.
It is. It's so hard to try and do everything you want to do in a day's time. There's just not enough time.
Exactly.
That's true. I remember 2012 when I was Miss Central PA Pride, I was not a fun person to be around because, putting together benefit shows, hustling back and forth to shows, just trying to get everything done. I was exhausted all the time with having a job on top of that. Even now, I've been working since May, or did I go back in June? I don't remember. But it's been pretty much nonstop almost every single day. I had to rest off the day of the show and the day after because I just need that time. And now I'm picking up other shows at another venue, stage or theater shows, not drag, even though I'm playing women in all of them. Well, sort of. But yeah, it's, that's the hustle. And, kudos to some of these performers who can do multiple gigs in one night. I'm Nana's old. I gotta sleep at some point. But
well,
yeah.
I did that one time. I did that one time at multiple gigs in one night, and I was oh, never again. I said, never again. And once again, because I drive from, I think, and it was Pride. That's what it was. I did Pride all day, and then I had a gig with over at JB Love Drafts, and then the night after that, the morning after that, I had to do a drag queen story hour for the LGBT Center. So I literally just laid in bed and I slept like that at the hotel. I was please don't mess up your face because you don't have time to do it tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. Pride weekend in 2012. I remember I had a gig the night before Pride in Reading. And then I drove to the hotel, crashed in the hotel, got up super early, did Pride the whole day, and strutted around in drag the whole day because I was, Miss Central PA Pride. So I'm I should probably walk around. I was also that idiot who I used to do Ren fairs and I was just hi, everybody, welcome to my event. And I couldn't shut up to save my life. I talked to everybody.
Oh,
I was so tired. And then it rained. So I was soaking wet leaving. No, that was the year I had won. It rained. I'm soaking wet. I had this tiny little umbrella. And I was just like, everyone's like, do you need a bigger umbrella? Nope. I'm great.
oh
Just slowly
no.
sauntered out, went back to the hotel completely drenched, laid my pads out so they could dry for the next day because we had the opening of Amateur Drag Race in Harrisburg.
No.
It was
Yes, you got love being, like Jade said, gotta love being a Pride Queen. I remember the year that I won. Literally, Friday night, had a gig, didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. Had to wake up at 8 a.m. for Pride. Did Pride all day. Did an after show, and then the next day had a brunch. Like, girl, I was like, I'm so tired.
Oh, we did that. That's right. We had drag brunch that year.
Yeah, it was like it was fun. It was 4, if you count Pride, the after, the night before, and the brunch. 4 shows in like a 2 to 3 day period. Like it was. Oh,
Yep.
so
Because
much.
our Pride here in Central PA, there's actually 2 shows going on at the same time.
Yeah,
There's the main stage at Pride, and then there's the all ages show at Stallions at the same time. And we used to have to run back and forth, but this year the bike taxis took
yeah.
us back and forth. We were the Pride Parade.
We were.
Um,
And I had to work that day. I was so upset.
oh, girl, it was cute. Like,
Yeah.
I was so upset.
like we're all exhausted, but we're all like so united, and we're all like, "Girl, how you doing?"
Yeah.
I live streamed during that. It's a live stream of me, no wig, just my bra and my boobs, eating a salad, trying to shovel food in my face, screaming at Ashley Lynn's husband because he ran to get me food. And I was like, bitch, it's been an hour and the place is next door. Where's my damn salad?
I remember the year that I won Pride. I remember Logan coming and a bunch of my other friends, and I'm like, got up after my first number, because I did that year that I was the title holder. I did 3 numbers at Pride and 3 at Stallion, so 6 numbers during Pride that day. And I remember after the first number I got off, I looked at everybody in my friend group that was there, and I said, "Here's $5. Someone please go get me fucking Starbucks. I need caffeine to make it through this day."
Girl, Anastasia, when you gonna have a Pride title?
Yeah, come on, girl.
Never. I was supposed to, and then I dropped out. And the way you guys are advertising it, it makes it seem so so exciting.
I mean, it's only like the weekend. Like, for example, we both won Central PA Pride, so the weekend of Central PA Pride, you're busy because it's like no matter if it's a show the night before, a show after, Pride Day, no matter what it is, they want you at all the events because you're the title holder. But the rest of the year isn't that bad. It's just normal drag, basically.
I think that in my county, we're hoping to throw a Franklin County Pride pageant here shortly. Potentially, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
we'd like to have a little bit of show them that we're here, we're queer, and we are fabulous. And I'll probably compete in that one because I live in Chambersburg, Franklin County.
Nice.
And so I can get around a little easier. I'm telling you, that's really the thing that like worries me about getting a title, because there's so much that goes into it. If you get a title, like y'all, if you get a title, it's not just, I'm the title holder and I'm good now. Like, no, you have to do benefit shows. You have to plan things. You have to be on pride boards. There's so much that goes into it, baby. So I wouldn't want to tarnish the title or make a mockery of any kind of pageant system, which is another reason why I'm like, I should probably just hold off on for now, until I move up to Harrisburg, or if I move to Philly or Baltimore, wherever.
Yeah.
Whoever's gonna room me.
I was gonna say, grow up. Jade and I know because there was one year we experienced this recently where someone was dethroned. Well, I'm just going to put it at that. But a pride title is very. You have to dedicate yourself to it. You know, like you said, you're planning benefits. You're making appearances. You're trying to, raise money for next year's pageant and next year's pride. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. It's not that I'm saying this in a mean way. It's like a bar title where they just say, come to our bar and do shows. You know what I mean? You're doing benefits. You're traveling. You're raising money. You're doing things. So, like, I always tell people, if you want to run for pride, don't just do it because, yay, I'm gay, I'm going to do pride. No, like, do it because you actually care about what pride means and what both the pageant and the festival mean to both you and the rest of the LGBTQ community, because you're there to represent all of that community.
And that's really what it boils down to. Yeah.
And I think that's one thing, younger performers get into it. They're like, once I get this crown, I'll be booked everywhere. No, the crown does not give you bookings. You give yourself bookings.
Exactly.
The crown is the job that you have to maintain.
Yeah.
So we do have one more leftover question from the Just Ask Jade pile, and it's kind of a heavy one. And I know, but it's a good one, and I'm pretty sure I know who this is from. All of the questions I got were anonymous, or the person outed themselves at the end. This one was anonymous. The question is, I've been having a pretty hard time. I came out as genderqueer a while ago and publicly changed my name. Since then, my family has been so supportive, but still calls me their little girl and uses my dead name. They try to correct themselves. Most people I know still use my dead name, and it really upsets me, but I'm scared to speak up for myself. You're such a role model, blah, 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 talking about me. And then they, talk about me for a hot minute, which makes me think I'm pretty sure I know who this is. Any advice? Anastasia, you go first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't say anything, then that's automatically giving them the right to say whatever, call you whatever they want to call you. It's important. It's very, very important that you either are able to stand up for yourself, or you're able to get someone to support you to help you stand up for yourself. Because if you don't stand up for yourself right now, they're going to say, well, this is a big old change now. And it sounds like you said, they're being supportive. They want to help you make this change. But it's so important to help educate them along the way, because they're not going to do the work that you did to find out your identity. I always say this, when we're trying to figure ourselves out, am I gay, am I queer, am I trans, et cetera, we have oftentimes, depending on who you are, 18 years of learning that we've been doing for ourselves, 18 years of research, 18 years of experience living this life as a in the closet queer person. All the while, our family members and those who are surrounded by us are seeing us as the person who they intend for you to be. So it's very, very important that you step up for yourself. I know it's going to be hard. But because of that, I want you to bring some of your friends along with you. I want you to bring some of your other supporters who do use your chosen name, and make sure they say, no, this is not to. We're not bashing you. We're not here to cause any rifts or anything like that. But this is killing me inside. Every time you use my dead name, it kills me inside a little bit more. Stand up for yourself. Advocate for yourself, even with those who say that they love you. And if they truly do love you and want to support you, it shouldn't be difficult. But if you don't speak up and dead the issue, dead it. It's going to continue. It will persist.
Mm-hmm. Anything to add, Skarlet?
I just have to. No, I disagree with Anastasia. You're going to have to. It's a big change, obviously. So you're just going to have to educate people. And every time someone says your dead name, tell them, that's not my name. That's not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, that's and, just correct them. You got to correct people and tell them who you are and your real name and all that, and just stick to that until eventually people are going to get to that point. Yeah, at first it might be hard. They have to completely switch to a new name, new gender, all that stuff, so it's going to be hard at first. But if you stick to that, you stick to correcting them, making sure that every time they mess up, you're on them about making that correction. Eventually, it'll click. Eventually, it will click.
Sign birthday cards with your chosen name. Make sure to sign everything. If you're signing a check to somebody, sign it with your chosen name. Do everything in your power to make them understand, this is my name now.
Yep.
This person who you knew is dead and gone. And it's going to be heartbreaking for them to find that out. Heartbreaking to find out it's not just a phase. But honey, if you want to support me, and the thing is, if you really want to do some damage, baby girl, baby boo, if you want to do some damage, do a presentation. Build get some statistics off of the HRC website, off of some like the Trevor's Project website, and show them this is what happens whenever when queer youth are not, when their identities are not affirmed, and when they're not fully supported by family members. Often, that we know that 40% of youth who are homeless are LGBT. And when you are homeless, oftentimes you're going to be getting into, and baby, if you want to lay it on, but in all reality, honey, just if they're supporting you, just always remind them, gentle touch. It's Max, or it's Xavier, or whatever your chosen name is, and as well as that, make sure that you're putting it on. Make sure you're putting your pronouns, like if you're sending a letter, sending an email, something like that. Put your pronouns at the bottom. As you see here on our screens, we have all of our pronouns here. It's very important to normalize your pronouns, and having any of your professors, if you're in school, or any of your coworkers, help affirm your gender as well. All of these things may seem small and tedious or whatever, but they're important. It's very, very important work. Good luck.
Yeah.
And it's your identity at the end of the day. This is you. You should be who you are, and people should be able to respect that. If this is who I think it is, I know your parents are doing their best. I'm hoping all this time off has helped them learn. I know your parents. They adore you, and they accept you, and they love you, and they're gonna slip up. Just keep reminding them. They're not slipping up to hurt you. They're slipping up because they got used to another name. They're gonna get the new name. I've heard them both use the new name. So yeah, every once in a while, if they slip up, just remind them, hey, no. That I had another question in my head that kind of went along with that. With normal, well, it wasn't a question. It was actually a pretty cool statement. The show I am currently doing at my normal job was created by the fantastic production company RWS Entertainment. And I noticed at the end of the emails we would get from them, everyone had their pronouns. And I was like, yes, thank you. So there are companies out there that do embrace normalizing pronouns. And I think it's something very important. We don't often introduce ourselves with our pronouns, but that's one thing I wanted to start doing pretty readily with this show. I was like, we need to start posting them here.
Yeah.
So we've got about 10 minutes left. I promised everyone some trivia, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, girl.
So, for everybody who is still watching, we're going to play some trivia. And the first trivia question is, which one of these girls is turning 25 very soon? We'll give you a minute to come up with stuff because I don't really have any, music planned. Wait. No, StreamYard added something. Let's going to see if this works. This is going to be dumb. You've got 30 seconds to respond. All righty, let's see what comments we got. Matthew Golden was the first comment I have here. Anastasia.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
So, Anastasia, tell us what we're doing that week.
Yes, my birthday is October 29th, and we will be doing Inside the Drag Closet again that week on the 28th.
Yep.
And it's going to be a good old gay time, Halloween, spooky time. It's going to be so much fun.
Yep.
Check it out.
Just going to be the co-hosts and me again. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate Halloween. We're going to be celebrating Halloween all month.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, what's going on the week before that, Skarlet?
Oh, well, the week before that will be October 21st. And that show would be, due to scheduling, would be my birthday show. Yes. So I'm excited for
She's
that.
also turning 25.
I am also 25. Girl, I'm turning 24. Don't get it twisted.
Bobby, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, that we're gonna do that week and the following week, birthday shows, Halloween. I'm so excited. For all you who don't know, my co-hosts and hosts do, I love Halloween. I already decorated last weekend my whole entire house inside and out. I've been watching movies like Frankenweenie and Nightmare Before Christmas, anything Tim Burton basically all week. Like tomorrow's October 1st. Wait, actually in 9 minutes October 1st.
Yes.
This weekend I'll be watching Hocus Pocus. Yes. Third time of the year.
Do you watch The Craft?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Did you see the commercial for the new one?
Yes, October 28th. I can't wait.
I'm interested to watch it because I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook with negativity around it.
It looks a little like it's like Degrassi did The Craft.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But they do the light as a feather, stiff as a board. And I was very curious how they're going to incorporate Nancy into it because they had a picture of Nancy on the trailer, and I was like, wait a minute.
What?
Yes.
What has Fairuza Balk been up to lately? I know she's been doing voiceover work or voice acting.
Has she?
Yeah, she's going to be in it as Nancy.
Wow, okay.
You know what? My favorite scene from that, you are nothing. You don't even exist to me.
She's so good.
So good.
Did either of you see Return to Oz?
Yes, of course.
That's Fairuza Balk.
Wait, what?
That's her. She was Dorothy.
Shuck.
No. Oh my God, I love that movie, and I talk about that movie all the time because that movie is so weird. The Wheelers, I love the scene where they touch the green things and say Oz, and they turn into something. That movie is so kooky, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It has a talking chicken.
Yeah.
A talking chicken.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch Return to Oz.
I love that whole movie, Robin Tunney had to wear a wig because she shaved her head for Empire Records.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, she was bald when they filmed that.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of Halloween movies, Matthew Golden just posted, don't forget the shock treatment.
Yes.
Yeah. Dorothy in Return to Oz was undergoing shock treatment.
Yes. It was crazy.
Also,
and she's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Getting shock treatment.
Also, Shock Treatment is the sequel to Rocky Horror.
I thought that's what he was talking about, but I was like, oh yeah. But both.
So did I when I put the comment up, and I completely forgot.
I did not see any of that, so I'm not sure. But speaking of shock treatment, I guess it kind of happens. Have y'all seen on Netflix Ratched?
No, it looks so good though.
Oh my God. I was like, okay, it was last weekend. It was a Sunday. Jeremy and I had nothing to do, so I'm like, lazy Sunday. And people were talking about it. And I said, well, obviously, one, it's Ryan Murphy, and two, Sarah Paulson is in it. I fucking love Sarah Paulson so much. Like, no matter what she does, she is a brilliant and amazing actress. So I was like, let's check it out. So we watched the first episode. I'll admit it's a little slow. You got to get past it. The second episode picks up. By the third, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? It's a typical Ryan Murphy. It's so good. It's only, I think, 9 episodes, so it's not very long, but each episode's like an hour. So, you know, if you can take a whole day and binge it, oh my gosh. Like twists and turns and murders and blood and gore. You know, typical Ryan Murphy. It's so good.
I just decided that if anybody plays Skarlet in her life story, it has to be Sarah Paulson.
Literally. I will sign away those right. If I'm dead, I'll make Jeremy do it, somebody else do it. Sarah Paulson has to play me.
Yes. Is Jessica Lange in that movie though? Or in that
no, she's not. No.
I'm so angry with her. When she dropped out of American Horror Story, I was like, you was the only reason I was watching this. Other than Sarah Paulson, of course. But I did see a TikTok that was so funny. It was like this random little gay boy, and he was like, "This is for Sarah Paulson, Sarah Paulson," and then he was like, he was reenacting her crying because she cries in every single movie she's in, and it was just. It was so funny. Some people are so clever. I love it.
But yeah, check it out. It's really good. Like I liked it. I thought it was great. Like if you like Ryan Murphy stuff and you're a fan of Sarah Paulson, like you'll love it.
All right, we're gonna do another quick trivia question.
Okay.
And this is stupid, but because we're on the topic, we're gonna do it. All right, everybody, you've got 30 seconds. Name your favorite Halloween movie and go. All right. Oh, now that I know that thing is on StreamYard, that's problematic. That's going to happen a lot. All right. So Matthew Golden has the first comment with Halloween 1978.
Oh, so specific. I love it.
Nice. Derek Gamble on Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I just watched that. So good.
Daniel Jackson, Hocus Pocus.
Of course.
Hocus Pocus is my favorite. Yep.
Robin Thompson, Hocus Pocus. Vicky Marie Thompson, Halloween Town.
Halloween Town, yes.
Yes.
Oh, and Alicia Stair. Too many to name that I watch every year. LOL. But Hocus Pocus.
I mean, Bette Midler. Do I need to say more? I mean, come on.
Right?
Hocus Pocus is so good.
So good. The musicality in it. Just the storyline.
They keep talking about doing a sequel to it. And I'm like, only if you bring the original 3 back.
Exactly.
But I just, and Kathy Najimy has lost so much weight and she looks incredible. I wouldn't want to take that away from her.
Exactly.
I mean, it'd be hard to justify Mary losing all that weight. Like,
true.
Exactly.
I don't know. True. I'm conflicted. Oh, we got another one because Derek Gamble Ernst can't pick one. Corpse Bride.
Is he trying to list all the Tim Burton movies because he knows I love Tim Burton? Like,
right?
Yes, Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, Edward Scissorhands.
Oh. You know what? My favorite Halloween movie is a little unconventional, but it just came to me. I love that movie, Twitches. with Tia and Tamara
I've never
Mowry.
seen
I've never
Oh.
seen it.
Yeah.
You're showing your age, ladies.
How dare you! I am younger than you, bitch.
I'm not, and I'm old. Fuck off.
Oh no, it was a Disney Channel movie, but yeah, it was cute. Look at that.
Nice. Yeah, Scarlett, what's your favorite?
My favorite Halloween themed movie. I mean, I'm gonna have to pick Hocus Pocus. It's so hard. I love them all. Like you all know, I've been watching them since Monday. Whether it's cartoons, real people, whatever. I love Halloween and everything about it. But if I had to pick one, it'd be Hocus Pocus.
Gotcha. I agree. I used to watch that anytime I would flip through channels and see it. I'm like, nope, this is it. This is what we're watching.
Yep.
Oh,
It's on the same
Eric
level.
Campbell mentioning Beetlejuice.
Well, Hocus Pocus was on the
Shouldn't he
same
go to
level.
bed? Isn't his bedtime? Tell him to go to
Go to
sleep.
bed.
Hocus Pocus is on the same level as A Christmas Story, though. Like every single Halloween, Hocus Pocus is on the TV, and every single Christmas, A Christmas Story is on the TV.
Yep.
It is what it is on repeat.
I don't know about that. I'm Jewish, but yeah.
No. So, do you watch the Adam Sandler movie then on repeat?
No, okay. Full disclosure: Jeremy's Jewish, and I just kind of like do what he does.
You just like the gifts. You're like, thank you. I'll take another one. Thank you.
I will take 8 days of gifts. Thank you very much. Spend all your money on me. It's very much that.
Honestly, like since Scarlett just said that, or Anastasia just said that, I have to change my answer. It's the Addams Family movies. Like, I have not seen them in so long, but I was obsessed. Angelica Houston was my Morticia. Like,
Yes.
oh, it was so good. And then they did a third one, and they had Tim Curry as Gomez and Daryl Hannah as Morticia. And I was like, nope.
No.
Oh.
So we are reaching the end of our time, but I wanted to tell everybody about the rest of October because we're going to be celebrating Halloween the whole time. We talked about October 28th and 21st. On October 14th, I am very excited about this show. We are going to be featuring the Kinsey Six. They are America's favorite Dragapella Beauty Shop quartet. I've been chatting with Winnie of the Kinsey Six. I know she's going to be on. She actually messaged me during the show. That will be our first show starting at 8:30 in the evening. And she might be getting some of the other Kinseys on the show. Nothing set in stone yet, but I'm super excited to chat with Winnie, get to know her, get to know the story of the Kinsey Six a little bit more. Yeah, I'm super excited about that show. And next week, I have just found a new YouTube obsession. I've heard about it, but I just started watching it and I am obsessed. There's a YouTube series called Camp Kiki. Oh, and Anastasia disappeared. Why is she doing that? She got to go to work in the morning. Yeah. We went overtime. She's done with me. No, it's called Camp Kiki. It is to crown the queen of camp. And it is hilarious. We are going to have Ivana and Tora Hyman from season 2 of Camp Kiki. Yep, Tora Hyman. She frequently pops in for the shows with Looks, who was on one of our shows already. So we've got a fabulous month planned for you. It's going to be ooky spooky, a lot of fun. It is Halloween time, kids. It is October. But
it's officially my birthday month.
It is officially your birthday month and your birthday month.
Yes.
It's just my birthday month.
Oh. My
birthday month is in February, and I share mine with a holiday. So yay!
Black History Month.
Black History Month. That's it. Yep. That is so like Why does Black History Month have to be the shortest month of the year? Like,
Right?
Girl. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Speaking of talking about it, Anastasia, do you have any last words for everyone?
Whew. Any last words? All right. Well, remember that all Black lives matter, not just heterosexual Black lives. Black trans lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Queer lives matter in general. Women's lives matter. We all matter. But we need to make sure that we are going out and advocating for those who are in marginalized communities today, tomorrow, and the day after that. And you better be at the poll on November 3rd. Make sure you register to vote. Check to make sure that you're registered to vote. If you're not comfortable going to the poll, get yourself a mail-in ballot. Do it today so you ain't got to worry about it tomorrow. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Skarlet, any last words?
I'm just gonna have to agree with Anastasia. Black lives matter, trans lives matter, women's rights matter, and on November 3rd, you better fucking vote because we need change in this fucking country for the better. So vote, 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 vote. You know, and in the meantime, don't be an asshole. Be kind to people.
Yes, and tip us.
And
Please.
tip us, please.
Tip us and rocks by Cox.
Rocks by Cox.
Because this shit ain't cheap. Look now.
I mean, the queen is, but the jewelry isn't.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
I think my connection's getting a little spotty again. Goodbye.
I'm just going to, again, echo everything Anastasia said. Get out and vote. Black lives matter. Trans lives matter. Queer lives matter. Yes. Go out and vote. We do need change in this country. You know, again, if you don't feel safe going, you know, give me a call. I'll go with you. I'm not giving out my number. I'm sorry. That's not. But go with friends. You know, right? You can find it places. Never mind. I'm moving my hair. That's not there right now. But yes, we appreciate you. We respect you. We love you. Keep tuning in every Wednesday night. One more week at 10:30, and then we move to 8:30 in the evening. And that is for all of you. And that is so we can get even more fantastic, talented people on this show. And we just want to keep bringing you a fantastic show every week. We hope you're entertained. We hope you love the show. And we hope you have a fabulous night. Take care, kids.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us here at Inside the Drag Closet with Jade and her fabulous team and special guests. See you next Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on WLFE-TV.com.